Hey everybody, 7up07 here, and today I'm going to be showing you my Genesis collection because I just need something to tie you guys over. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my recording setup and everything for the other videos, like the Let's Plays, so I figured I'd go ahead and do this. Also, in the collection, I have 28, I think I counted. The only problem is some of them I've gotten pretty recently, and a few of them I haven't even played yet because my Genesis has been acting up on me. Most of them I have, so we'll get to it. I have a lot of boxed ones and then some loose ones. So first I have Batman Forever. This is one of them that I just got pretty recently. I got a whole box full of Genesis games and a few Sega CD games from eBay lot. So I have the game, and it came with the manual. And yeah, I haven't played much of this one. I've seen a couple of reviews on it. But it looked pretty decent. I mean, it's not like the best, but it's okay. Echo or Eco the Dolphin, people pronounce it both ways. I'm not really sure what the correct way is. This one I picked up for just a couple bucks at Play and Trade. And I've played with it a little bit, but it's a pretty difficult game. I got kind of lost, so I put it down and never really picked it back up again. And this one does not have the manual. I also got the sequel, Eco Tides, the Tides of Time. This one's basically the same thing. I guess it has like some more levels or something. Like I said, I haven't played through them all. I did play this with this one a little bit too, but this one also just has the game, no manual. I actually have a couple copies of that. I'm trying to sell the other ones. James Bond 007, The Duel. This one, the Play and Trade that's nearest to me, there's two of them near me, but one of them went out of business. They had been closed up for like a couple weeks, and the guy said it was just temporary, but then they closed completely. And they had a sale, and I didn't even know about it because I didn't go over there for like a week. And they were actually just closing up their doors completely. And the store was technically closed, but there was a couple people there, so they let me in and look at some stuff, and I got this. It was like a couple bucks. And it has the manual and everything. I haven't played much of this one at all. It's just a basic platformer, really. The Lost Vikings. This is another one I picked up recently, and I've heard lots of good things about this game, but I haven't been able to play it because of my Genesis. It also has the manual. Now, what I'm trying to figure out, I don't really know much about it, but why are some of the manuals in color and some of them are black and white? I'm still trying to figure that out. Because there's a couple games that I have, like, 2 copies of, and both of them have, like, one has a black and white and one has a color manual. I don't really know. But anyway, yeah, the game's in really good shape on that one. Okay, then I have Mortal Kombat. This one I got for a couple bucks at Play and Trade. It's complete. The manual, actually, I had gotten a second copy of this one as well. And I sell all my second copies. I don't keep duplicates. It helps me pay for more games that I don't have any copies of. So I took the manual out of it, and I've already sold that one. And I put it in this one. Of course, it's Mortal Kombat. What is there to say? It's pretty fun. You know, I've spent several hours playing that just recently. Shaq Fu, this one is one that came with the lot. I haven't played it, and personally I don't plan to very much. This one's one of the bigger cartridges, and it also has the manual. Yeah, this is not a good game. I mean, it just doesn't fit. I mean, just look at the title. Like, it doesn't even sound interesting. It just sounds stupid. Shinobi 3. I don't know much about the Shinobi series. I know that there's a newer one that's, like, on PS2. I don't know if that's supposed to be a remake or just a new game in the series, but my friend's into playing that a little bit, so that one doesn't have a manual either, but it was just a couple bucks, so it looked kind of cool to get. Sonic the Hedgehog. The case is kind of busted on this one. I do have the instructions and everything. You know, that's something you can pick up kind of cheap. Sonic 2. Yeah, also with the manual on this one. This is probably like my favorite one in the Sonic series. I also have this on Game Gear, and this copy came with an awesome poster. It's a pretty popular poster. I've seen several people with it, and I love that poster. It's awesome. I was very happy to get it with it. Then I got Sonic Spinball. This one's in the paper box. That's another thing I don't understand. Some of them have paper boxes. And this one has the instructions along with the cartridge. And that's just sort of like a pinball game, you know, you can pretty much figure that out from the title. Super Street Fighter 2, another one in the Street Fighter 2 series. I don't know why they don't just name it something else besides Street Fighter 2, but there's lots of versions of Street Fighter 2. I don't really know what the whole deal with that is, but yeah, it's, I don't know if I showed that. It is complete. Then I have a really beat-up version of Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. This one I got at a flea market for like $1. I mean, the cartridge itself is in perfect condition, it's just that the box got really beat up. So, you know, I'm not going to throw the box away because it is still in the box, technically. It's just really beat up, but, yeah, if I ever find like a better box of this, I'm going to trade it. Then here's another one I got in that package deal that I haven't played much of. That's Zero Tolerance. I mean, it's just, you know, like a shooting game of some kind. And that's another one of the big... So much diversity with all this packaging. Like, it has this little thing here. Instead of the normal end label, it has like this little slanted part. I don't know what the deal with that is either. And the instructions. Okay, so that's all my box games. Now we'll get to the loose cartridges. I have Nickelodeon Real Monsters. This is one that I got. I haven't, oh, I also have the instructions, but not the box. I don't know, I've heard a couple of people say that they like this, so I decided to keep it. I don't really know anything about it, though. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. This is one of those puzzler games. It's sort of like Dr. Mario, I guess. I've played through the first few levels of it, but it gets kind of hard, at least in my opinion. I'm not very good at it. Then I have the Genesis 6-pack, which comes with, of course, 6 games. It's pretty well worth the money, actually. I only paid $1 for this. It comes with Sonic the Hedgehog, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Revenge of Shinobi, Columns, and Super Hang-On. I did have another copy of Super Hang-On. I don't know what happened to that. I'm very careful with all my games. I really don't know what could have happened to it. I might have got it mixed up in my stuff to sell. I don't really know. But, yeah, this is well worth the money if you don't really care. I like to have the individual games, but for stuff like Golden Axe and everything, if you can't find the real copy, then this is a good choice. Because it's not that uncommon to find that. Mortal Kombat 2, another one I have the instructions for. It's Mortal Kombat, what more do you want? Miss Pac-Man. Light Crusader. This is one I got a long time ago, and I actually haven't played it yet. I actually haven't played a lot of my Genesis games. I don't know why. I like the Genesis, and I like the games on it. I just never have gotten around to playing much of them. Grindstormer. This is one that I also haven't played, merely because I'm upset about it. What happened was, well, actually, it was my mom. She was at, and it's not really her fault, I'm not like mad at her about it or anything, but she thought she was buying Eternal Champions, and she just saw it one day while I was at home, and she said, oh, do you want this game? And I was like, okay, yeah, because it sounded like a cool fighting game, you know, Eternal Champions. So she saw this box, and, you know, I wouldn't think to look inside, but it actually had this game Grindstormer inside of it, and not Eternal Champions. So, I'm just going to try to find a loose copy of Eternal Champions. I'm pretty sure Play and Trade had a copy. Last time I was over there, maybe they still will next time, I don't know. So yeah, I haven't gotten around to that one. Pitfall of the Mayan Adventure. This is a pretty good game. I got a little confused with it. It's not that hard. I don't know, I just didn't get into playing through all of it. I played the first couple levels, though. It's not bad. Red Zone, this is like a military game. I thought it was pretty fun, because you have like different levels. Like you have an overview helicopter type level, and then it also goes into like a side-scrolling shooter platformer thing. And I thought it was pretty interesting. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, awesome. I want to get a box version of that. Sonic 3D Blast. Some people don't like this game. I actually find it pretty entertaining. I thought the graphics were pretty good, and they were very interesting to me. I don't know. It's a pretty... I don't know, it's not the best in the Sonic series, but it's not bad. Then I have Sonic and Knuckles. Now, I don't understand this either. There's so many weird things with the packaging of these games. What is the deal with this thing that, like, opens and closes? It looks like the top of a Game Genie or something. Like, instead of, like, you just put the Game Genie on top of it, the bottom of the Game Genie fits on top of here. So it's like you can put another Genesis cartridge into that slot. I don't know what the purpose of that is. I never have really looked it up, but if you know, then be sure to tell me. Then, let's see, we have Star Trek The Next Generation. I've heard some pretty good things about this. Haven't played it yet. And then we have X-Men 2 and The Clone Wars. And I also have the instruction manual for that, but no box. So yeah, I haven't played much of this one either, but I do hope to get around to it. I've heard good and bad things about this game, so I don't really know what to expect at all. Hopefully it was just to hold you guys over, and I'll see you guys later.